The one and the only, dude. I feel like, oh, dude, you might be the first person who's been a 3-time
Yeah.
appearing guest now, huh?
Yeah, 3-time heavy world champ. That's right.
That's
How you
awesome.
doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good. I got busy today. I went on a walk. I went to the shooting range. It's been I got to going to the TCU baseball game at tonight. We got a full day ahead of us. So
You didn't go to the casino? I thought.
no,
Oh, just
my
Hunter.
invite must have got lost in the mail.
That's funny. Oh, I
I
thought you went to.
mean,
Go ahead, Luis.
no, go ahead. I already
Dude,
forgot what I was gonna say.
tell me about your boys in baseball. Aren't you guys like undefeated or some shit?
We're 10-0 right now.
Holy shit!
I don't know. Are we the last? There might be a few more. I
I
can't
don't
remember.
know. I know A&M. The last time the rankings came out when we were like 7 or 8. No, I know A&M was undefeated, but I think it was just us two that were the only undefeateds in the top 10.
Yeah,
And
in the top 10 for sure.
I don't think we've moved up because I know
No.
we've just stayed at 5. I think we should move up. I mean, despite us having some of these close games against, maybe not so good competition, and like we've also shown like some like weaknesses when it comes to pitching. Again, I don't know shit about baseball like I do about college football, for example. So
Yeah.
my attitude is like I'm a root for TCU baseball because we're always really good, and obviously it's my alma mater. But I'm kind of a novice, if I will say. So
Yeah. No, they our pitching is like we've had a few spotty performances, but it's baseball, so that's bound to happen.
Mm.
Uh the close games like Florida Gulf Coast has actually gone on like they're a slept on team. So they gave us a little bit of trouble the first couple of games, but we won. So and I don't care if it's by one or if it's by mercy rule like it was against I think it was Arizona. We mercy ruled. Um, yeah, but we find a way to get it done. So, like, was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. Like, we went into 12 innings, uh, and then yesterday we went into 11 innings. Like, yeah, like, but the thing is, like, we can hang with anybody, and like,
Yeah.
we can take shot after shot and be good. And we did just absolutely destroy Chase's UCLA Bruins. Like, there was never a close game there, but.
Yeah. I
sweep,
honestly
baby,
could tell you.
sweep.
I could tell you I have watched maybe one UCLA baseball game in my life, and that was when they were like in the World Series a couple years ago. Um, they usually are a good baseball team though. Like
Yeah,
UCLA
no,
is
they're very
always like
good.
a top
Not yeah,
10,
not
top.
bad, not bad
Yeah.
at all.
So hey man, like that's good. A sweep's fucking crazy. Like that's why I like baseball. Like I think baseball's boring, but I do like baseball because there is a series where it's like, hey, you lose one, but then you win the next two, or you lose two, you win the next two. It's like you still win or tie the series. Like that's cool,
Mm.
So that's why I do like series of baseball. But I don't know. Like I wish I knew more about baseball. I would just bet TCU money line every game. Just
Yeah, well,
keep riding it out.
why
Yeah,
not today? Like me,
Are
I
you
got
take
a
what?
dude. Yeah,
What's the spread?
you gotta take the frogs. Who are we playing today again? You said
Arizona State.
Arizona
and then we
State.
play
Let me see what
USC
it is.
again tomorrow.
Yes, I believe so. And we beat them in 11 yesterday, or was it 12? It was
I
11,
think it was 12.
or was it 12?
I didn't
Okay,
watch it. It was on whatever app they use for some of these
dude, it's
games.
some jank stuff. I
College
don't even know.
baseball.
They need to,
Um,
dude, for real. They need to get their bands
Wait,
up
what
because
the
I think it's
fuck?
crazy how like these not all these games are on actual television. Like you have to go download this sketchy looking app just to even watch. And then there's another app that shows you like, are we in the top of the 8th or bottom of the ninth or like whatever. Um,
it's all just. I think it's because it's at Globe Life where the Rangers play, and I think that there's some stupid red tape that they have to like navigate around just because of the location of it. But these tournaments they always have that issue for
mhm.
one reason or another. But no, I agree because like when the Big 12 tournament comes, I can't remember. I want to say a lot of it is like very weirdly televised, which is absolutely horrible for the sport. So
Mhm.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is like I kind of agree with what you said, Chase. Like I also do find baseball like a kind of boring sport, or at least
Yeah.
like it's just for me, right? But what makes it exciting for me, it like is in those moments when it's like, oh my god, we're like 14 or 15 innings in, and like no one has broken the ice. Or I mean, someone's up by 3-4 runs, and then in the bottom of the ninth, they just get overtaken. I mean, it was kind of going back and forth for a little bit during like our game against USC, because I was just looking at, like, I was just keeping tabs on Twitter. I was like, what
That's what
inning
I
are
was
we in, and
doing.
like who's pitching right now? I was like just refreshing, and it looked
Yeah.
like we were up like 3 runs or 2 runs or something. That they came back and took the lead, and then they were up by 2, and then in the ninth, I think we tied it up, and then it was just back and forth until I guess we hit like a walk off or something.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
the only college baseball game I think I've ever bet was last year's the World Series, the championship. It was LSU in Florida, right? So
Yeah.
Florida beat them by like 20 or something the game before. So then I like took Florida money line, and I think they lost by like 22 runs or something. Like it was 1-0, and then after the first inning, it was like 13-1,
What the
and it was
fuck?
just, oh my god, I was just like, holy shit.
LSU
Like,
won the Natty though last year, didn't they?
Yeah. So
Like,
I
they
took
came
Florida.
back from that?
Yeah.
That is
They won the
nuts.
first game, lost by like 20 the next game, and then they beat Florida by 20 the game after.
That's
Like, fuck,
that's
dude.
baseball for you. Like you really never know. Like
Dude, yeah, I know. Seriously,
it's so weird because like the spread for us today is -2.5, dude, and
I can't even find it.
I get so nervous to bet spreads in baseball. Like it is so damn unpredictable. It's like soccer, dude. Like betting, I think baseball's slightly easier to bet than soccer, but like those two sports alone, and then hockey's a close third. They're so damn hard to bet spreads on, just because like you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And especially when your team is the home team, and say like you have -1.5, and it's like you're down or you're tied going into the ninth, you're like, fuck. You're like, how am I going to get the -1.5? You physically have to win on a home run. That's the worst fucking.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
mean,
it's so fucked up.
I mean, even Chase is like saying like the example of like that Florida LSU series. Like it's one team is winning by 20, then the next game the other team's up by 20.
Yeah.
And then the third one is like sometimes a close game. But and like if you look at some of these series, that's how it goes. Like the first game could be a blowout. Like this, like TCU USC, we play a second time, and the second time's tomorrow. We could destroy them. They could maybe even destroy us. Like it just really depends on like I guess who's in the lineup, like who showed up that day, who's gonna be pitching. Like there's just so many variables. And it's way just like what Brayden's saying, like it's even more so than like soccer. Like for the most part you have your same starting lineup, and that's just about who shows up on the day. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm not a gambler, but I don't know if I would be gambling on baseball if I was a gambler.
Well,
man.
baseball's probably better to. You could bet on the series. You know what I'm saying? Like I probably feel more comfortable betting series than individual games, because, like, I just looked TCU's -230 today money line. Like that's like I don't want to risk 2.5 units to win one. Like not even worth it.
Damn, I got -250.
Yeah, I just
It's
checked,
also I also get the vibe that like losing a regular season game to someone that you should have beaten, like sometimes it's not necessarily always like the biggest deal. It's like
game.
It's like, oh, like we lost to like this scrummy team. Like
yeah,
wow.
Like there's a reason that Oakland Athletics didn't go 0-162. Like you're gonna win 1 out of every 3, 1 out of every 4, even if you're the worst team. So it's like like that's like the only sport where I could say that, because you're not going to see the Detroit Pistons go to Boston Celtics and beat them. Like that's just not going to happen. You know, like baseball, basketball, football, like more predictable, but baseball, like it's too many games too.
Yeah. 51 in they play in the regular season, but it also doesn't quite like we're playing really hard and well right now, but you also like think about we're not in the tournament play or in the conference play yet. And so like that's something to consider where like the games aren't as consequential. It's more just for the seeding. But it is weird. And like the way the playoffs work or the postseason for college baseball works is wild. You go like, dude, it's just tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament. And it's like all double elimination until you get to College World Series. But like you have your conference tournament, which is like what 4 games I think it is, maybe even more, and like that is like a several day process. Like that's a whole thing. Then if you're lucky enough, you can like you get sent to the regionals, and then that's a double elimination game. Have to play 3 games. If you win that, then you go to super regionals. Same deal. Then you win that, then you go to the College World Series, and then it's like 8 games or 9 games, something like that. And it's just like
It's a marathon.
it is a marathon. And the thing is like that's crazy because we're talking about how the unpredictability of baseball, like, and the way that it works out, like you were saying, Chase, like these series, like you want to bet the series, and like anybody could show up, like the Oakland A's are not going to lose, 0 out of 162 games or whatever
Yeah.
it is. But like in the postseason, you have to be damn near perfect because
Mhm.
like you lose once if in the regionals. So like the bare bottom of the very beginning of the postseason, if you lose once, you get sent to the losers bracket, and you have to win out to get back into the regular like
Yeah.
contention. And like so it's really crazy the way like the College World Series works. But
You
yeah.
have to also be very, very careful in who you're sending out there to pitch on
Mhm.
in any given game, because let's say you want to take it easy and maybe send, like the guy that you don't trust as much because you thought that other game was more winnable or whatever. So you're
Yeah.
saving like your actual, best
Yeah.
pitcher or whatever, for example, and then you lose that game and you're like, fuck, that just threw my entire plan and strategy like out the
Yeah.
window.
Especially
So
in playoffs.
it seems like,
Yeah.
like you either just have to have like a very, very deep, like pitching, like room, I guess,
Yeah.
and just have like shit go your way too, and like hope that you're also like hitting it consistently too. Like you need your
Yeah.
batters to fucking score. So I don't know,
It's
man.
all
It's
it is
always
time,
interesting to me.
bro. It's kind of like, well, not as much. I mean, it more so for college basketball than pro for sure, but like college baseball especially, it's like it's just a matter of who's hot at the right time. Like
Hmm.
Yeah.
what batters have like they're dialed in and like they're really seeing the ball, and then the pitchers are just confident as hell placing the ball where they want it to go or where they need it to go. And like because like last year TCU, like we were not very good until basically
Got hot.
the Big 12 tournament, which is like the very very end of the season slash very beginning of the postseason, and then all of a sudden we just caught
Took
fire,
off. Yeah.
like, and it was like we just got hot at the right time, and like nobody saw it coming.
So I got a question, Brayden. With because you know how like with basketball, it's like you could be the worst team in your division, but you win the conference tournament, you got an automatic bid.
Yeah.
Is it the same with baseball, or like what significance does the conference tournament have for baseball?
Yeah, so basically the conference tournament is going to it if you win your conference tournament, you will host a
Oh,
regional.
okay, okay,
And um then after that, then just kind of like then they fall back onto the ratings and rankings to figure out what I can't remember. I think is it 8 regional? That sounds right. I believe there's
Ye-
eight regional, so there's 8 teams that will host a regional, and each regional has 4 teams, including the host team. So then you have 3 times 8, so you have 24 more teams to go figure out who are worthy of basically being sent to the postseason, whether that's
yeah,
ranked by their strength of schedule, their wins, just there's all sorts of things that get sent, their record, all that. So winning a conference tournament guarantees you're going to the playoffs, and you're going to have home field advantage for the regional. And then it gets a little trickier, and I don't know the way that they decide. Okay, after regionals, and how they decide who hosts the super regionals.
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know, because I know last year we weren't supposed to host the Supers when we made it there, and then something ended up happening where like Indiana
Indiana
State,
State,
like they couldn't host.
yeah,
So then,
they had the special. They promised the Special Olympics their use of their field and facilities for that weekend because they didn't think they were going to make it that far. and so we ended up getting to host it, even though we didn't earn it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I went to the. I want to say I went to like the. We beat them in 2 or 3, right? Because you just have to win best of 3.
So it's 2-2. Winners play each other, and then whoever wins that, they go to the championship, and then the loser of the champion, or so you got two games to start. The winners play each other. Losers play each other.
Double
And
elimination. Yeah.
Yep, double elimination. Whoever wins that losers game, then they wait for the loser of the winners bracket, and then whoever lasts through that, then go to the championship game to play the team that has basically not lost yet.
And do you have to beat them twice if they're from the winners bracket? No. Or
If they haven't lost.
Yeah, you have to beat them twice, or no?
It's just double elimination, but it's not from. It doesn't have to be from the same team. If you lose two games to anybody, you're done.
Yeah, that was kind of like when I used to play like Little League baseball. We'd have like 10 teams or whatever, and it's like you play, and then when you lose, you go in the losers bracket. Meaning, if you want to win the entire thing, you have to win out. So it's like fuck, you know?
Yeah, dude, that shit is so much fun. I went to the when we sent them home, and when it was like sent, like the game that finally sent us to Omaha, and that was like the first time I've been to a Supers game, and that shit is fun, dude. Like
it's so fun.
And I'm not even like super into baseball, but it was just like the atmosphere and like like everyone's just there having a good time.
Yeah.
They do need to like renovate our outfield. I think like that's the only thing that's missing for being like a very elite baseball program. But even then, like sitting out there on like the lawn area, like that shit's fun. You know, just especially when you end up winning.
Like, so I went to like one CSUN baseball game, and I swear like the Hart Complex, which is like the little recreational field by my house, is nicer than their like facility. It's like disgusting, and their team sucks. So it's like that was like the only game I went to when I was there, and it was like they were playing some nobody. I couldn't even name the college, but their field was disgusting. It's like you could just tell the difference between like a Big 12 or like a Pac-12 or like a prestigious university versus like a Cal State, where it's like they don't give a fuck about their athletics.
Hey,
you know?
Cal State Fullerton though, don't sleep.
Oh yeah. No, Fullerton is the only one. And you know who went to Fullerton? Luis is Tim.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't Timmy play there?
Yeah, and then he fucked up his back. Timmy was raw in baseball, dude.
Damn, dude.
He was.
Fullerton is the real fucking deal.
Yeah, he got a full right to play baseball at Fullerton.
That's sick.
Dude, he was raw. He was
his Chipotle
lefty.
NIL deal.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the biggest flex.
That's sick, dude.
So yeah, he fucked up his back maybe his sophomore year, and then he had to sit out a year. And then, I don't know, dude, he was a stud, though, man. Like, I really wish that he could have stayed healthy, because he was a lefty and, you know, played for, like, Fullerton's always good. The rest of the Cal States fucking suck. Like, so.
I got a question. This is a hypothetical question for both of you guys. If you were to have an NIL deal with somebody, like you're a Timmy, you know, going through school as like an athlete, and you get to choose an NIL deal, who do you want it to be with? Chase is like Chili's, bro.
Chili's. Absolutely. There's no question. Chili's. You get fucking I just walk in, they have my plate ready, my booth ready, you know, my beer, my 3 for $10, like it's going down.
The triple dipper, man.
The triple dip and all of the above. Chili's would be sick. I would just be dripped out in Chili's merch. Like Chase and Chili's collab. So that'd be cool. I don't know.
A collab of any sort. Or NIL.
Dude, I asked the question, and I don't even know who I'd do it with.
Dude, I don't
Buc-ee's.
know.
Buc-ee's.
I would do Buc-ee's. I would do Buc-ee's or Chick-fil-A or
dude. Like this
taco shop that's right down the street, dude. That like I would
like Dario's Mexican food.
Shout out Chilongo's Tacos on Ross Avenue, dude. There's this like little taco place.
Yeah, wait, Chilongo's.
Dude, even Brayden knows about this joint. Dude, it's because it's a chain, right? And like, there's a couple of them, different locations in DFW. I think the nearest one before this one got built was, I don't know, like Chase. Like, I know you're not like super familiar with DFW. It was like 30 minutes away, and then they built this.
I've been to Torchy's. I've only been to Torchy's.
Nah, that's like mainstream. That's like main. I love Torchy's. I love Torchy's, but it's more mainstream.
best queso out there.
Oh, 100%.
They're
Because you
frozen
guys have
bars.
Chewies too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, dude, those are you just named the two greatest margaritas out there. Like
Yeah,
seriously,
they had one out here and it just closed. I used to get fucked up at Chewies.
dude.
That was
Chewy's
great.
that's a damn shame. Like California should be so ashamed of themselves. Like,
Mhm.
It's the worst like Mexican food out here. It doesn't matter where you go. It's not authentic.
Yeah, but
You
it's
know?
Chewy's, man. Like it's an
No, Tex-Mex
experience.
is great. Like
It's
that's
an
why I like Chewy's. Like,
experience. It's just
yeah,
being
no,
at
I like
Chewy's with the
Chewy's.
homies and fucking
Yeah.
taking down
Oh,
some
yeah.
jalapeno ranch and with chips and
See,
just
like,
drinking Margs, dude.
That's a good question or a good reel is asking people who would be their NIL choice.
dude, I don't know
Because like
why.
Yeah. Brayden would be he'd partner with Joe T. Garcia's, I think, or fucking dude, I could see that.
That's not bad, dude. I don't know why the first thing when it came to my mind, but I didn't want to say it was Home Depot, and I was
That's
like,
dude, that'd be
crazy that
sick.
you say that, dude.
Yeah. You get
Because
free
I
tools for
see
life.
that. I
bro,
see that.
that'd just be hard. Like, I feel like, yeah, I would fuck with Home Depot, and like, like their little hot dog stand they got outside,
Yep.
just free hot dogs for life, and they just bring that to the game. And like they just pull up and like they're just dishing out hot dogs like
Brayden's like fat head with on a Home Depot sign.
yeah, exactly,
That is
bro.
That'd be
so
sick.
funny.
Dude, I'm
College
trying to
game
think.
day, I mean, fuck,
Dude,
they're
Yeah.
Home Depot,
I was
so
gonna say, dude, I still have my helmet from college game day, like
fucking
all
got
those
one.
years ago. I have like two sets of helmets. I'm like, or one set of two helmets from
What would
college
Coles
game
be?
days. What'd you say?
What would Coles be?
Um,
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen,
That's what I was say that or Zen.
Copenhagen's Zen. I don't know, dude. You'd have to
I
ask
miss
him,
Cole
but
on it. It's weird. It's weird not having Cole on here.
Cole would be Copenhagen, and then he would have it like hell. His middle name is Hagen, right?
Yeah, Copenhagen is what we call him in high
Copenhagen.
school. We call him that. Yeah, we call him that in high school.
Copenhagen.
And
Oh,
then, but he would have so much Copenhagen he wouldn't know what to do with, and he'd probably like start some like TikTok channel with like a skin routine. It's like, hey guys, so here's like a new thing.
Have you seen that fucking guy who's like plays music with his like skull pouches? He's like, have you seen that guy on TikTok?
no.
No.
So he's like making beats with his like skull and shit. That shit. Oh my god.
Dude, that'd be so funny. Yeah, I think that would be a good one for Cole. But
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Well, hey boys, have you guys been hearing any of this stuff that's going on with like the 14 team playoff proposal?
Yeah.
That they're trying to throw around there.
Well,
I'm
kind of,
confused.
but I am confused too. What happened to 12? Like I thought that's the number we landed on.
So it's going to be 12, right? Like this upcoming year, and now there's all these rumors that it's gaining traction. Apparently, the idea of expanding again to 14 before we've even tried out 12.
Like we haven't even.
a year.
We haven't, yeah, but they apparently it's gaining traction that they want to expand it by 2026 if it were to happen. And then here's the other thing: the reason it goes from 12 to 14 is because what they're trying to do is they're trying to push for the SEC and Big Ten to have a bye automatically. Just because like this team pertains to this or this conference, they're like, we get a bye. And so that's been a big thing the last couple of days is like Sonny Dykes came out and like he was like one of the bigger headlines or bigger names that came out. I know Gundy said some shit and they're all just like, this is preposterous. And I don't know where y'all stand. I think it's preposterous too, because now you can theoretically go undefeated in the Big 12 or ACC or somewhere else and you don't get a bye. Like you could be number one, like you could be undefeated number one, hypothetically, and not get a bye just because you're not in the Big Ten, and that's insane to me.
Should we start throwing around the term privilege? Just like I feel like we'll let that type of terminology and rhetoric carry into this. But I did see that they were also there's new rules being proposed with like a 2-minute warning being put into place and all that stuff. But it makes sense, I guess. But like, what you're saying makes I understand. I guess I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that the format makes sense because I can't even tell you how I like the new format because we haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
It's dumb. I
I
didn't know about the 2-minute warning. I think
so
that would be dumb because they already stopped the clock when you get a first down. Like they reset the chains.
yeah, you're
They
just
don't do that shit
stopping
in the
it. You're
NFL.
just you're almost essentially stopping it like just for no reason because in the NFL you don't get
Yeah.
that advantage
No,
of the
not
clock
at all.
stopping on first down. So that's kind of why that's there. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I want to get to that, but because there's also some other rules that I was like reading up on that they wanted to change. But like the 14 team playoff, I think another thing they're also trying to do is guarantee each one of those two conferences 3 auto bids. Is like another thing they're throwing around there. So if you're a 9-3, I don't know, Penn State or whoever, or maybe even like, let's say the third best team in the conference for whatever reason, instead of 9-3, they're 8-4. They're an auto bid. Like, and that's where the fuck, like, how does that make any sense? Like, what if there isn't
No, it
3
doesn't.
teams that deserve to go, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
that was the situation last year with the Big Ten was except for Michigan and Ohio State, like everybody else just absolutely sucked. I think it was like something like the Big Ten West. I think it was. It was like they're to decide who's going to the Big 12 championship game, and in the Big Ten West, it was like two 8-4 or like 7-5
It was
teams.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Iowa
That's
and like
right,
maybe
going
like
at it.
Rutgers. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the line ended up being like 40 or something huge. Like it was a huge line in favor of Michigan. And so that's what I'm thinking about. It's like this year it would have been Iowa getting an automatic qualifier, which is
they
just
can barely score a single touchdown a game. And that's all I like. It makes for horrible football and TV and just everything else that you can list off. It's like all we're asking is for maybe actually no, not even 2 touchdowns, just 1 touchdown. All like their field goals and defense. That's all that Iowa could muster up. Like it's terrible. So the fact that if they technically got to third place and they're automatically thrown in there, I mean, it's gonna look like me in a bodybuilder contest, standing up there in my fucking speedo, just happy to be here.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
dude for real.
Yeah. I don't
Oh
know.
my
I think they should
gosh.
just give it a year and see how it goes. I am absolutely thrilled to have this new playoff.
I
Because
kind of
last year,
yeah.
Ohio State got fucked. Georgia got fucked. Georgia could have won the national championship last year, by the way.
Mhm.
Easily could have won the national championship. Ohio State could have won the national championship. I arguably could have thought that both those teams were better than Michigan, to be honest. But they
Yeah.
didn't even get a chance to even get in the playoff because Ohio State lost that one game at Michigan by 3 points. So they didn't get to go to their conference championship. Then therefore they didn't get to go to the
Texas
playoff. It was
Alabama
bullshit.
game. That Texas Alabama game had way too much
Way too many implications.
gravity.
I know. That's bullshit.
Because that's what so much stuff was pivoting on. It's we're talking about a week 2 or 3 game dictating everything else that happens after this.
Because it was a head to head, which I get, but I said it when it happened. I was like, I understand that we should count head to head, but head to head isn't the same for week 2 or week 3 or whenever it was Texas Alabama, as it's not the same as week 10 or 11 Ohio State versus Michigan, which was so much more recent.
If they play that game week 1 or week 2, different story.
Yeah, and it was so much more recent. I mean, Alabama wasn't even the same team after that point. I mean, it took them a couple weeks after that to figure it out, but they did.
University of South Florida game was pretty tough.
Dude, they weren't they tied at half?
Yeah,
dude, they were a 50-point favorite. They're some nuts favorite, and they almost
Jalen
lost.
Milroe, dude. It was Jalen Milroe's fault.
Heisman him.
He said, "Give me that Heisman." But yeah, another big winner too of this format, I think, is Notre Dame, because Notre Dame now just every year has to go 10-2, and as long as they go 10-2 with whatever schedule they decide to have that given year, or 11-1, just to be a little bit more safe. But as long as they do that, they're automatically in, and they don't have to worry about fucking winning this conference and getting this auto bid. Like they're going to be thrown in there now automatically almost.
I, I, I'm not convinced the relegation system is the best anymore, but like it should not be. I'm not sure what will work and be like the best. But like the Notre Dame, just we should not just hand them some blank check that they can basically have to guarantee themselves a spot. Like
They need to
they're
be
in.
forced.
Yeah, there's got to be something, but like they answered it basically. I mean, you could say the NCAA, but we just saw with the whole like Tennessee and Virginia lawsuit against the NCAA over NIL. The NCAA has no power or authority over basically anybody. Like they cannot contain an issue or force anything any ever. I mean, all that the schools are going to do if there's some NIL violation or whatever it is, all they do is just say, "Oh, we're going to sue you." They go to court, and even if there's like an injunction or like a stalemate, like basically only the NCAA only can stand to lose, and like they just have no control over anything anymore. So I don't know who would force Notre Dame to do anything. And if I were them, I guess like keep doing what you're doing because like you have the easiest path to the playoff ever.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see their schedule last year was fucking hard? You remember who they played last year?
I don't.
I mean, hold on.
You mean like this past most recent season?
This past year.
Oh yeah, they played Ohio State.
Schedule.
Yeah, they played Ohio State like pretty early on. That's when I thought Notre Dame could have been a playoff team before they lost that game. Who else did they play?
Did they play?
They played, dude. They played. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Sorry, where is it? All right,
2023 schedule.
They played number 21 NC State to begin. Then they played Ohio State. Then they played ranked Louisville. Then they played ranked Clemson. And what was the fucking other one? Mike tripping.
Damn, those rankings really did not age well because I think every single one of them fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I mean, I guess besides. Oh, that wasn't it. Which game was the thriller game? Was that Ohio State coming back and beting them last second?
Yes, I think that's right.
That game kind of screwed me because I think they were like 4 or 5-0 going into that game. I don't know. Is Hartman coming back?
I actually don't know.
I haven't seen shit about it.
No, I don't think he can. Wasn't that his like grad season or whatever?
Yeah, he's like 40.
Yeah, because he was at Wake Forest before that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has any eligibility left. I haven't really kept tabs on him after he didn't fall off, but I was riding the Sam Hartman hype train for a little bit, and then they started losing, and I was like, no more.
Then they took that L against Ohio State, and then it kind of just went.
I was like, never mind. I was like, I'm not rocking with it
because they scored with like 20 seconds left, and then Ohio State drove down the field
and just scored at the death. Yeah, literally at the death. I was so mad. Their schedule next year, I pulled it up. I mean, there's a couple games that could be tough, but they're still for the most part being careful about who they're picking, right? Because they'll
do they still play SC? They play SC every year,
so they're playing Texas A&M. In like week 1 at Kyle Field. I'm like, okay, like that could be a tough one. They play,
but I mean, that's like with a brand new coach and basically brand new everything. Like, give them credit, but they're also that's like taking a risk, but
they're being careful. Like it's
towing the line of like what's considered risk and safe. They're like, oh, look at us. Like
on paper, really it's because. I'm sure it's because on paper they're like that looks like a good win if we add that to our resume, a win at Kyle Field. So there's that. They also play. I mean, NIU, don't know them. They play at Purdue.
You don't know the Huskies of Northern Illinois?
Northern Illinois? Come on.
No. I mean, I know who they are. I don't know anything about their team, so I'm just I just am assuming that they're trash and that's a bye. They also got Louisville at home. They play Stanford, Florida State at home. And then
could be good with DJ.
That could be a good one.
Yeah.
And then they play their last game of the year is at USC. So I mean, there's
All right.
SC's gonna be cheeks again. SC's gonna be ass next year.
dude. Yeah,
Miller Moss is a fraud, dude.
I don't think they're gonna be that good either. I don't know if
No,
it's
it's
just
gonna be
biased because like they're fun to make fun of, but
yeah,
who's their quarterback is gonna be
Miller Moss. He played in the because Caleb sat out of the Holiday Bowl, and then Miller Moss. He looked good. He had like 4 touchdowns and threw for like 300.
yeah, because Will Howard didn't end up going there, and then Malachi Nelson, and then Malachi left, didn't he?
He transferred.
Dude, yeah, that was so funny. They were all like, "Oh yeah, our starting quarterback's Will Howard."
The ESPN posted something saying
ESPN
Will Howard
announced it.
They announced it that he was going to USC, and they're like notable transfer quarterbacks. Will Howard to SC. It's like, wait, what? Like, what do they know? Didn't go.
Yeah, I guess ESPN doesn't know everything.
Where did he go? Ohio State.
Yeah.
That's a good pickup.
That's actually a good fit, I think.
Oh well, Kansas State got fucked this year. They lost their freshman phenom too.
No, they didn't.
That Avery Johnson.
He's still there.
He left. Who transferred then?
No, dude. I remember when you sent that, and then I remember going and seeing that tweet. And this is actually the work of like just the bantering between like all these different burner accounts that I see on Twitter sometimes is the funniest. They'll literally change their name and like troll people by changing their profile picture to like On 3 Sports or whatever, and then they're and they'll like tweet this out like like Avery Johnson leaving Kansas State, and everyone's like, "Yo,
that's probably what it was.
Fuck?
That's probably what it was.
I
get like during like NBA trade deadline, people would pretend to be like Shams or Waj and like have their profile picture and just change it like by like one letter. But because those guys' last names are so fucking long, like I can't even notice the difference. It's like Waj Ranowski and like Shirani or some shit. So I'm like, it's like Lakers guard D'Angelo Russell gets traded to Portland, and I'm like, what the fuck, like shit like that. So I don't know. Maybe I just need to look at the verification. But
dude, it's not even that it didn't have verification. It's like it legitimately looked real, and then you go into the comments and like people are like, bro, like what are you doing, like. And then you look at, and then that's when you actually notice the handle, and like you're like, and it says like KU burner or some shit.
Yeah,
I think it might have been a KU. It may have been a KU or like a TCU. It may have been like a KU or TCU burner or some random shit.
I think it was Stoops Ahoy. Stoops Ahoy tweeted
Stoops Ahoy, dude. Shout out Stoops Ahoy. Fuck, I was gonna say something else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. Brayden brought that up, like the 2-minute rule. How like they want to change that. I heard another thing they're trying to do is like finally start using the like helmet communications that the NFL uses.
That's cool.
The iPads on the sidelines and all that.
Yeah,
what about like old school football? You didn't fucking get plays called into your head.
Into your fucking ear? Like,
you had to
come on.
Like, all right, shit, we gotta fucking run something. Coach said these 4 plays for this series. You can't fucking just be like it's audible in your headset. Like
audible.
That's
crazy.
Y'all, crazy. It wasn't even when I was playing football, like little league, getting into like middle school before I quit. There wasn't even like set plays for the drive. Like at the end of every play, the quarterback had to get their sorry ass up after getting hit, and then run over to the sideline, go get the play, then run back. And it's like the quarterback had to be the best conditioned player on the team because
he's constantly having to go. Yeah. And I mean, even now, you kind of almost have to sub out a player and then have them come in and like, explain the play. Like now, it's just going to be like, no, stay the fuck off. We're getting our hair, and you'll be like this, and you'll be like, shut the fuck up, crowd.
Shut the fuck up, guys.
Shut the fuck up, Cole.
Like, it's like, we're doing quarterback draw like on fourth and 30, yeah, right? They're like, no. They're like in the mic screaming, bro.
And then
that shit's not gonna work. That's just not gonna work.
What's gonna happen is like they're gonna blame like Duracell for not fucking having a long enough battery because they call the wrong play and lose.
And then they go to Energizer.
Yeah, exactly. And that would be like a great commercial.
I hope these teams don't get too comfortable doing it because when like that ain't gonna fly and even work when you go to like a Penn State whiteout game. Like
you're gonna hear shit.
I hope you like these teams like actually fucking take it like seriously without that and don't rely on it too much because that's gonna be a problem for teams that rely on it too much, especially when you're in one of those wild fucking stadiums. I've always wanted to go to a Penn State game. Like there's that clip, like even they were playing Michigan or whoever, and they had to take a timeout on like the very first play of the game because they just couldn't fucking hear what was going on. They're just like, yo, like fucking timeout, like pause.
We are Penn State.
Yeah, but I heard
good.
what they're trying to do is also give helmet communications to one defensive player.
Probably the middle linebacker.
So like the offense will have one, probably most likely the quarterback, right? Like in the NFL. And the defense will have one, and that player will have a green dot on their helmet somewhere to like identify them as like the, I don't know, the fucking communications guy or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's gonna be.
Well, what happens if you have a guy like fucking the guy from Michigan, and when we get in the signal and fucking start hearing their plays and some shit? It's like, how can you prevent that? You get Stallions or Stallions 2.0.
Connor Stallions, dude.
He's in your head. The walkie-talkie fucking signal, and he's
sending like EMP waves across the field.
Yeah, like Morse code.
Stuff.
Yeah,
that's Morse coding. Next,
like I don't know.
Gonna be the next. That's gonna be the next big controversy. Like, because you can't steal signs now. So
now you can just listen.
Now you're just gonna either be listening or be disrupting them somehow. That's gonna be the next big controversy.
Gonna be wiretapping, or they're gonna send like a cyber
wiretapping.
Send a cyber attack to like crash like Penn State's like iPads, and they're like, "We're fucked. We don't know what's going on."
It's like, well, what the fuck did you have to do 3 years ago? It's like, call a fucking play. I just think, technology is taking over sports so much, where the fact, like, you could challenge a play, you can, like, review, like, all this shit, and then now they're looking at automated shit. Like, why even fucking have, like, umpires or referees now when you're just going to fucking challenge it all the time?
They're going to use AI.
It's like, what were you doing 100 years ago when Bowling Green's playing Ohio State? Like,
I'll tell you what was going on. There was no fucking replays, and like referees could just make up shit on the spot. They're like, "Hey, that was a touchdown. I saw it, bro." He's like 5 yards behind the fucking
But now it's like, dude, they spend so much time reviewing these plays. I like it when it benefits me. Don't get me wrong. Like, that's cool. Like when it's like a blatant pass interference and it's not getting called, and then or like some like dumb shit, like he's like short, or then you review he's good. But when it's like against my team, I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, don't review it. You know, it's like
it's gonna turn into battle bots 30 years from now, where it's just gonna be fucking cyborgs out there that are playing football.
It takes away from the game having all this technology now. Honestly, but that's just my thought.
Here's where my problem is. I'm not against the use of it. Like because I want games to be judged like fairly, and I don't think referees should have the ability to make or break the result of a game, which could make or break a team's season, for example. Like I'm not against the idea of using like replays and shit. Where my problem is that we have all those resources. Can you hear that?
Your problem is you got the cops coming for you.
They're coming for my ass for this take. They said we're not having none of this take, dude. They're like,
review this shit, bitch.
Dude, fucking dude. The NCAA is about to fucking pull up on my door. But no, where my problem,
they'll back off.
Where my problem is we have all these resources to make the game more fair, but referees still don't fucking like interpret shit correctly, even with replay. And it happens in soccer, it happens in football, it happens in basketball, where we have the ability to. Basketball especially, we literally have the ability to go back to what happened 10 seconds ago and see what what actually happened, and they still fuck up calls. And that's where my problem is.
What
about go back? Huh?
What about this? Like every sport, we're not just football or basketball or whatever it is. Baseball, I guess maybe, but you like before when a schedule is released, and it doesn't matter if it's conference or non-conference, there should be a pool of referees, and basically those referees give their availabilities for each week, and each team that is playing each other for that week, say week 3, or like we'll say like week 5 or whatever, like say we're playing BYU or something like that at BYU or whatever it is, and like say TCU, BYU, we come to the table and each team picks like their own like 1 or 2 referees, and then they have to come to an agreement over like the head referee and say like, hey, like and granted that's in Big 12, so it's going to be Big 12 refs, but you're like, okay, we like these 2 refs because typically like we like the way they call shit. You guys pick those 2 because you like the way they call shit, and then we have to agree on the like the head umpire. Yeah. And then that way you're like, okay, like we can't Nobody can complain about anything anymore because the team's got to fucking pick who's calling the game.
Yeah,
I just think
that's true. The only
sorry.
problem is that would take so much work, and like
Yeah,
this is like in
Yeah.
the middle of the week when they're trying to prepare for whatever opponent they're gonna have. So you just have to find a way
Well,
to
I'm saying
like make it
before the
work.
season
Yeah, like
starts.
before you could do it before the season just to make it logistically work. Because, dude, I
Yeah.
mean, I
And, like,
can't stand
Yeah, like
referees.
now.
It's gotten to the point where like it doesn't even matter when referees call games correctly. I just have a thought in my head that I hate them. I hate referees, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's just they
Well-
fuck up everything, dude.
And, like,
Everything.
now in like basketball, it's like there's so many missed calls, right? So if I challenge one because I feel like it's a missed call, if I miss that call, I lose a timeout and I therefore can't challenge again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's so fucked. It's like, all right, so I missed one call, but what about the other 8 calls that I now have to deal with?
Yeah,
It's
dude.
like have some sort of consistency.
That's the problem is there never is consistency, and and the reason this shit happens is because just the act of refereeing something, you like the only way to referee something correctly is to be perfect and interpret everything perfectly. These are people, right? So they're gonna fuck up. They can't see everything like at the same time. They can't see shit like slow down like in the moment. So that's where everything gets fucked up. I think inevitably what's gonna happen is we're just gonna start using AI or something to referee because
it makes sense. Like the automatic strike zone. You
Bruh,
can't argue it. You're gonna argue with what? We're gonna argue with
what are you
technology.
arguing with, the fucking computer?
Yell at him like,
I
"Fuck you!"
cannot.
Like,
That's
Strike.
the one thing I will take to the streets if automatic strike zones are implemented. Like that is going to ruin
Right.
so much shit.
That's funny. I don't know. Like IBM Watson is gonna be calling our fucking shit
Yeah,
now.
no, fucking like Karen from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
This strikeout was brought to you by IBM. That's what it's gonna be, dude.
Crazy.
I mean, you still need like the human touch, right? Like when it comes to other stuff, like how
Yeah,
does
how do you
someone
think it got so fucking popular to begin with?
like
It was the human touch.
Well, yeah, like you still need the human touch when it comes to like how do you interpret pass interference in this specific situation, or how do you determine if swinging a fucking helmet the way Miles Garrett did at Mason Rudolph is an ejection. Like there's going to be those types of decisions where we have to make those. But when it
Like
comes
you're arguing
to
a robot, it's like the robot deems you as too much unnecessary
unnecessary roughness, number 5
Get out.
ejected. The crowd's just like, boo!
Yeah, they're gonna fucking like robots in the crowd and shit now. Like it's gonna be crazy. It's
what I was gonna say though is I wouldn't be opposed to stuff like that when it comes to like, is this out of bounds or not? Did it cross the plane? Like soccer now has like goal line technology, and they completely got rid of that whole issue of like whenever a ball crosses the line, like how many results have been like could have gone differently if the referee had have gotten it right, because in that situation there's no replays, right? But they completely got rid of that problem with just goal line technology. Sometimes we still, dude, TCU, Kendre Miller, Big 12 championship. If we have goal line technology, TCU wins the Big 12. Like it's that big, and I'd be in favor of stuff like that. But I guess you do need like a little bit of a human touch to like eject
my thought
people.
is like okay, say baseball brings it in. You have a guy who's 5'7", and his strike zone is going to be the same as like Jose Altuve's strike zone, right? You're going to tell me his strike zone is going to be the same size as Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is about 14 inches taller than Jose Altuve, so it's like is it going to be the size of my chest because my chest is large, or the size of Altuve's? It's just
they'll have an algorithm.
That's okay. They're like, body weight minus BMM mass minus girth size and his left. It's like fucking.
You can't though. That wouldn't make any sense because
you can. I was a joke.
No, I know, but like,
you can't.
But like, you can't have a different size like strike box or like a strike zone just because
this guy's a midget. Like
the pitcher's gonna literally just fucking throw his glove on the ground and walk off. You're like, I ain't fucking pitching to that guy. That's not fair.
I'm just saying only if that was like automated. Like, I don't know. That's fucking.
That's what
are you guys up to? What are you guys up to the rest of the day? You're going to the baseball game, Brayden?
Baseball game. We're leaving in about
What
probably
time
like
is the game?
It starts at 6, but there's a game going right now before it, and so we're just gonna get there early. Probably get Texas Live, drink whatever it is, and
Yeah. Can you drink at the game or no?
yeah, you can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be cool. We usually do well at whenever we play at the Ranger Stadium, and then
Oh, it's at Arlington?
yeah, it's in the
Oh,
Ranger
fuck yeah.
Stadium.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Oh, you're going to get fucking plastered.
Wait,
Yeah,
Brayden, who are you going with?
I'm going with my Emilio, my
Your
buddy,
boy, Emilio?
my roommate Emilio.
Oh.
A lot of Emilios out here.
Dude, I was going to say, shout out to the Emilios of the world.
And my old roommate and buddy that I went to TCU with, his name's Carson. He's up here from Austin for the
Hell yeah.
weekend, so we're going. And yeah, I was trying to get other guys to go, but I think Hunter got fucking rinsed at the casino and is.
Well, like, what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and fucking cry? Like, Hunter, go hit a parlay, get it back. Don't quit.
No.
That's like,
dude,
no, get it back.
Stop giving him that advice, dude. That's the
Why?
worst fucking advice ever. He's going to go fucking chase it and lose more.
Nah. And in gambling, there's winners and there's quitters. There's no losers.
You're bugging. You're fucking.
No.
Dude.
Like, why would I go out with an L? I'm going to fight my ass back.
Hunter's going to be like, I'm putting Smith Ranches itself on black. And fucking it lands on red. And Smith Ranches is no longer our sponsor because of that.
I know Hunter, and I know Hunter's a gambler. He's upset today. Rightfully so. I get it. But he's not going to quit. He's going to bounce back.
I don't even know how much he lost to be this upset. That man throws money on so much money on every game known to man.
Yeah, he told me he's up a good amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're putting a couple $100 on a 10-leg parlay, you obviously are doing something right, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Fuck, dude. I had one parlay I was fucking around with like 2 weeks ago, and I put I'm on this new app called Fliff, and it's like legal in Texas, and it's like the cash is actually considered a sweepstakes, so that's like the legal loophole.
Yeah.
But I put so they'll let you bet up to only 50 cents on a parlay, and because my old book was like $5 minimum, and I put $1 on this 8-team parlay for baseball. And it fucking hit, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Dude, even if I put $5 on that shit, it would have made cat. I think it was the 8-leg parlay was plus 8 or 900. It was something crazy.
So you made $8.
Yeah, and I was
that's funny.
I was like, "Gosh, dude!" I'm like, even if I would have put $5 or $10, I'm like, "Fuck!" Let your nuts hang a little bit, Brayden. Let's go.
Dude, that's funny. Yeah, like this week, I'm having a pretty good week on the book. So I threw together a 5-leg parlay. I've never hit more than a 4-leg. I hit it. I'm like, what the fuck? Then the next day I hit another 5, and then I hit another 6. I was like, holy shit!
Why are you not sending this shit to us?
I'll send you the ones I hit this week. Like yesterday, I'm doing pretty well this week. I sent I did a 7-leg parlay, and I lost by 2 points. And I was like, fuck. But I don't know.
Hate it.
But parlays are fun when you win.
They are, but they are a loser's bet most of the time.
Oh, 100%. I never hit more than a 4-leg, and I hit 3 5s in 1 week. It's no, that's not going to happen again. So, I don't know. I really like basketball. I'm pretty good at basketball, but I couldn't tell you shit about college baseball.
College basketball. Mountain West college basketball is my little moneymaker. That when
Nevada, dude, they are good.
They fucked me last night. I had a minus 13.5, and they
really
didn't cover. They only won by 6 or 7. But Air Force, low key, dude, they're basically underdogs in every game, and the spreads are always crazy, bro. Whenever I'm in doubt this year, some years it'll be Boise State, some years Colorado State. Shout out my Rams.
Hell yeah.
But this year it's Air Force and the University of South Carolina. Those are my 2 little cash cows.
Carolina today, this morning, hit me big.
Yeah. Dude, I bet them too, and cash out
down by 10. Yeah, hell yeah. I had the money line, and I was stressing when they were down 10 with 8 minutes, and I'm like, nah, they're at home, and then fucking this dude on Florida was hitting 3 after 3 after 3. I was like, fuck, but now they came back.
Gotta get cold at some point.
Or take Minnesota. They're like 24-4 against the spread this year.
Huh.
The Gophers. So look into that. But I don't know, man. I'll have to text you some bets, but
Yeah,
who knows? I'm probably gonna go cold. So it is what it is. We got some action tonight, so we'll see.
that's right. I got some baseball bets. I figure, I'm going to the TCU baseball game. Might as well juice
Oh yeah.
juice the energy for the boys, and like when we're there, put some money, some bread on the line, and make it that much more exciting. So I got 150 on our money line.
So so you got like -2? What are the odds?
50. I got minus 250. So what
You
would
pay
that
like
be?
75, 65,
Yeah.
70 bucks.
So
Yeah.
nothing crazy. Definitely not going to be able to
Get
pay
rich over it.
month
Yeah.
rent, but with it, but yeah, it'll be good. I think it should be interesting. But
Go
I was
Frogs, baby.
pissed. Yeah, honestly, for baseball, Texas saying I did a parlay last night, and I was pissed. I had to email Fliff because I was like, I did TCU money line parlay with A&M money line, and it went like for 16 hours, it didn't pay out, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was like I put like $50 on it to win like 190, and I'm
They didn't
like,
pay
give me
you.
my money. But yeah, A&M
Dude, my
and
money, Fliff.
money lines, put them together. It's a pretty lethal little combo.
I'll have to look into college baseball.
Yeah.
Have a good time tonight, man.
Bro, the
Yes,
frogs are always gonna cover your ass, bro.
There we
I
go.
like it. I like those. Dude, those are sick
The
jerseys.
cardiac frogs, we call them.
They
Cardiac,
changed the logo.
cardiac frog.
They're pretty clean. It's unfortunately it doesn't have the number on there, but like on the new jerseys, down on the number on the jerseys, if you like look really closely, it's like the scales of like it, and it's so subtle, but it's so clean. But unfortunately, I didn't make the squad this year, so I didn't get that.
Next year. Six-year senior.
Some of those jerseys are really clean. I've been thinking about copping like a little TCU baseball jersey just because they look so cool. Even if
They
I
redid
don't.
them this year, and
Mhm.
they're so much better this year.
Oh, they look so clean, dude. Like all of them, the purple ones, the white ones, the black,
The new hat,
the
the purple
creams.
top with the
Mhm.
white lid and just the white letters. The new like hats they have are dope, and then they have the black uniforms this year, which are new and they're kind of tough.
Yeah, I feel like Nike's always like taking care of us. I feel I'm hoping that they give us like new football jerseys because I think we're maybe overdue some
Yeah,
a new
they
set.
are.
But I feel like Nike and TCU, they've always had a really good relationship when it comes to like them supplying us some absolute bangers.
We're a good merch school. I ran into my my honors program the other week here in my apartment of all places. But he works for Barstool in New York, and he's in charge of basically sales and revenue for all the college Barstool programs across the country.
Mm-hmm.
Him and like two other people are on that team. And last year, per capita or like per student, DCU was the most profitable school for any of their merch in the country.
For Barstool
Yeah,
specifically, dude,
for
that's
Barstool,
crazy.
like granted, Michigan is like their biggest money maker just because they have so many more people than we do, and Dave Portnoy went there. But
Mm-hmm.
per student, like TCU opens up their wallets for
Dude,
merch.
I I remember last year buying a Hypnotoad hoodie like that when that was like that was
Yeah,
crazy. I like the amount of stuff that we'll put out and then it just gains traction immediately because it literally just came from a picture of Sonny Dykes wearing one. And then
yeah.
I want that fucking hoodie, and everyone was trying to get these like black Hypnotoad hoodies. There's
They're hard
also
to get.
there was like all those different Barstool shirts. Like they had like House of Duggan shirts. They had fucking like It's Always Sunny in Fort Worth. Like
I got that one.
like dude,
Dude,
there's some nice merch that like TCU like puts out low key.
Dude, Barstool, they're gonna make their most merch off of fucking Miss Peaches. Like,
Dude, she's the best. I fucking love that.
I bought a T-shirt because I was like, "Fuck it, dude!" Like,
Bro, you keep hitting that mic, bro, or something, or you're
no,
hitting
my phone just
Oh,
fell.
that's
Sorry,
what it was. All right, so Miss Peaches. Who
dude.
the fuck is
I
Miss
bought a
Peaches?
T-shirt. You haven't seen Miss Peaches?
No.
Dave Portnoy's
He
dog.
rescued a dog, yeah, and she's like the
Pitbull.
cutest little pitbull. And So it's like he says like she went from like
The outhouse to the penthouse.
penthouse, yeah. And she's like this dog, and she just keeps like tearing up all his shit. But he goes, "Oh, it's okay, Miss Peach," like in the softest voice. And everybody's like, "Who the fuck would have thought Dave would have been so soft?" So it's cool to see. Like, I don't know, I love seeing that. Like, that's the quality good shit. I like seeing that. So
I agree. I love it, dude. Miss P. I just discovered her last night, and I just went down this
Yeah.
rabbit hole.
I fought because he got her like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she's already got like 500,000 followers or something like that.
No, more than that now. I think she's like closer to like 800,000
Dude,
followers.
I was like one of the first 100 followers because like right when he made that account, I followed it and I bought a T-shirt and stuff. So my Miss Peaches T-shirt's coming this week. I'm pretty hyped.
That's tough.
Yeah, but
That's a fight I need to see is Miss Peaches against Kirk Herbstreit's dog because I know
dude, Miss Peaches would fuck it up. She's a pit bull, bro. Like she's the sweetest dog, but you probably get her in her attack mode, she'd kill.
Bro, yeah, Kirk Herbstreit's dog that started gaining like a little bit of popularity when he started bringing it on set and shit. That he just has like a golden retriever, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Those are the friendliest dogs. That dog's gonna get murdered by Miss
Damn,
Peaches.
dude. I was about to say like golden
Just
retriever
like
is low-key the cutest little things though.
Yeah, like my dog Harley or Brew would mess you up, Louise. She hates you.
Which one is the one that
Brew's a little one.
Oh yeah, that's the one that just hates me. I keep saying Chase's dog is racist because like
Luis was calling my dog Scooby racist too. He's just like a little corgi.
Maybe just not good with dogs, Luis.
No,
dogs
dude,
because
there's certain dogs that I really fuck with and like fuck with me and stuff. But it's for what, dude? Your other dog loved me. Like
Harley's the sweetest dog.
Your other dog was just like would see me on the couch and like come up to me
and
hop up with me and like get under my arm and I'm like, my boy, like hell yeah. And then your other dog just see me and just bolt the other way and I was like Tyler, what the fuck is this about? I was like fucking giving her a hard time over that too. I was like, Tyler, what the fuck's wrong with your dog?
She's so protective of that fucking dog too, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, dude. I keep saying I want to get a dog. I don't know if I'm ready for the commitment just yet, but
I just pulled the trigger on accident. I wasn't planning on it. I just saw him at a cutting horse event and just like a little stroller full of corgi puppies. I was like, fuck. All right, how much? And they gave me a killer deal, and I'm like, I can't turn it down. So I went there for like a charity event / the cutting horse event, left with the corgi.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, those are the best purchases, just like impulse like bucket purchases.
How much was it? Was it like 10 cans of Zin and like maybe a Copenhagen? Yeah, and like a 30 rack of like some Natty Light. Here's this dog.
Close. He was $700 though, like for like a purebred.
Yeah, for purebred.
That's like Hunter paid like I think close to $1,500 for Penny. So I was like,
he's got two, right? He's got 2 dogs now.
He's got a Pitty like lab mix and a corgi.
Silver, I remember Silver.
Yeah, and then Penny is his Hunter's corgi.
Dude, I was gonna say I'm not into like fat shaming and stuff, but Hunter's little dude, fucking Pendleton,
dude,
low key chunks, dude.
Pendleton,
dude, low key chunks.
All of his both of his dogs are, dude. Penny is getting close to 50 pounds. Like both of his dogs are at least.
Isn't that thing like this tall?
Dude, yeah, it's like fucking.
He's a sausage roll,
yay
bro.
Big, like yay.
Stomach is gonna hit the ground soon. Like he cannot.
Oh, they're well fed. They're well fed.
Too fed.
I was like, damn, too well fed. Dude, too well fed, Hunter. Funny. Damn. That's why I wanted to get Hunter on this episode, but
no, he's feeding them too much cattle or beef and shit. Like,
rest in peace.
Get some grade A Wagyu steak.
I was gonna say they're probably like eating some hella good fucking steaks and shit. Like
that's funny, dude.
Well, I don't know, man.
Well, we missed Hunter and we missed Cole today, but I think we still had a pretty solid episode with you guys.
I know Cole had the idea too, in Brayden. I don't think we've like talked about this with any of you guys, but he wanted to get. It's not the Sinister Six. It was the
cynical. No, not cynical.
So like us 3, Cole, Hunter, and Parker. I think is the 6th one. We need to find the name of that shit, and because
I'm
we
gonna look
want to
it up.
get all 6 of us on the same one, just to see what the fuck
Sinful
that's like.
Six.
The Sinful Six. I was like, dude, I know it's not the Sinister Six like Spider-Man, but it was something similar to that.
The
Dude,
simple
yeah.
six.
The
We should try
Simpletons.
not next weekend, but the weekend after. We should try to get the 6 of us on here and just all hell break loose.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
just let it
Because it's gonna be like we're all gonna. Cole's gonna be interrupting us all the time, and all fucking 6 of us trying to speak. It's gonna be crazy.
Dude, yeah. Real quick,
Just
Brayden. Real quick, Brayden. Do you have a PS5?
I don't.
Damn it, dude. So I've already told Chase, dude. I was gonna ask if you've been playing Helldivers. But I mean, it looks like that game will come to Xbox, and we could talk about it another time. Just wanted to give a shout out. That game is so much fucking fun. My boy Baylor got me on it. Like, dude, yeah, it's essentially like just space Vietnam. Like you're basically like a Starship Trooper fighting off bugs and Terminators, and it's an online game. So like you're squatting up with buddies, and friendly fire's enabled too. So like all those things combined just makes like for the funniest shit ever. Yeah, shout out if anyone out there listening is grinding on Helldivers, just add me. But
Michael's inactive.
Dude, yeah, he seems like he's a dude. Yeah, I'll say it, dude. I still game like pretty like from time to time, just a way to wind down. But
there's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not good at those golf games that you guys be playing though. I remember when we went to Hunters, you guys were big into that.
PGA. Yeah, no, you saw me. Fuck, dude. If I get a bogey on a hole, like that's fucking touchdown celebration time for me. Like I'm not good at them, but Hunter has too much time to play, so I think that's you saw 2 ends of the spectrum, but I would not say I'm good.
I've been playing mini golf like on VR. Like,
dude, watching those videos that you and Baylor would send were fucking hysterical.
Dude, it's so funny.
You guys are just like yelling over a fucking like hole in one, like freaking the fuck out, like geeking out and shit.
Dude, Baylor hit the most ridiculous fucking like hole in one the other day, and it was like this course. So like the obstacles and like let's say there's wind and stuff, it's like exaggerated because that's part of like what the bit is. And like Baylor fucking hit this shot where it weaved through like 7 different like airstreams or some shit and ended up holing, and it made like the funniest clip ever. But
airstreams like the trailers?
Like no. Like a stream of fucking wind. Like it's like one of those games where you can like see this like stream of wind, but then like right after that there's another corridor where it's going the other way. So this ball is like fucking going through through multiple like different like the ball's just going like this, dude. But that's just fun. But shit, dude. Once Rub and Tubs takes off, we'll have Oculuses for everybody. And
didn't I say I have to like?
I'll take that.
I have to get 1,000 followers, or I'd have to. What did I said I would do?
I don't remember.
Rub and Tubs has to get 1,000 followers this year.
I think you said you'd shave your pubes and tape it to your forehead.
I think so too.
Like
yeah.
No, honestly, like I'm not even lying. I think it was something along those lines, like something like, or like a face tattoo. I think I said I'd get or something.
I think it was both.
Tyson.
It might have been both.
Well, you know what? We're almost at 600, so we just need to keep putting out some funny shit.
Dude, I was gonna say, like, we're still getting a couple people like pouring in every now and then.
Dude, every like 30 minutes, we're still getting a reel like on like Lamarca or fucking Mahomes or something. Yeah, I'm like,
that's what we need, bro. We just need like some of our newer stuff to also start taking off.
I think that Brayden's bodybuilder shit was funny as fuck. Like that's a funny reel. And then the NIL.
You better believe I'm gonna make a reel.
NIL is a good reel. So the NIL, like, who would you choose as your NIL sponsor?
Oh yeah,
that could get some love.
This is a good one. Yeah. This was a good one.
Appreciate the quality content. Appreciate you coming on again, man.
Hey, I'm just doing what I can. I'm glad I can be of assistance.
Dude, I was gonna also say, Chase, I don't know if you noticed, I was like trying to fuck with Cole. Cole, I know you're gonna be listening to this.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
I was trying to fuck with Cole in the group chat. I was like, this is hands down the greatest episode we've ever done.
This is like every episode we've had has been really good. Like all our guests are fucking
every
awesome.
Every episode's been great. I was just trying to be a head ass and fucking get a reaction out of him on air.
We went in today with no agenda. We've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes. Like, just, I don't know. The flow's great. So
somebody told me last night, one of my friends, like someone that they're dating, they were like, dude, I started listening to like one of your last episode. And I was like, no shit. I was like, people are just like, out of curiosity, want to see what the fuck we're doing on here. So we appreciate you. All you people, all you loyal listeners that
Rhonda,
actually listen to all this degeneracy.
The Rubbies.
Emilio, shout out to you. I know you're always on here. You're listening to what I'm saying. Rhonda, we love you. We appreciate you guys. Timmy, that dude's always hyping us up. Jack's always hyping us up. I mean, Hunter, shit, dude.
Brayden.
We all we got. We all
need. Top time?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we've been going for a little over an hour, but yeah, I say we wrap it up with a good old tub of the week. I don't know mine right now, so if someone wants to like just take it, run with it, all you.
What is this? Just the highlight of the week?
Yeah, our highlight of the week, our tub of the week.
I officially, so I'm in consulting. I am officially on the bench as of yesterday. So I delivered and presented 2 projects this week. So I got to fat chill and play some Call of Duty during the day yesterday, which is never ever happens. So
damn.
It'll be short lived. Monday we'll pick up. I'll get a new assignment. But hey, for a half a day, dude, that high of half a day of not doing shit.
Yeah,
and
it's fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Like we
did a good job on the work.
Congrats, brother. Congrats.
Yeah, we did a good job. So
I get stressed. I get stressed when I'm on the bench. When I'm on the bench is when I get stressed because I'm like, I need to find work like now. But besides the point, but I agree. It is like nice to like eventually finally have like time to just chill. So I'm with that.
Mine's for half a day. Monday I get my new assignment.
Oh, yeah, you may as well enjoy that half day while it lasts. I mean, damn.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Chase, you got a tub on your mind?
I got 2. First, UCLA hiring Bieniemy as OC gives me a little hope for our offense this year.
Interesting.
I think that is a huge downgrade for him, but I appreciate it. So they might have a pretty unique play calling system, and I don't know how their defense is going to do, and they might struggle their first year in the Big Ten, but I don't know. It gives me a little bit of life. I think it's a huge pickup. And then number 2 is I'm finally starting to hit some sports bets. Like, that's huge. So I'll take it.
Count fire, baby.
Yeah, I know. I hope they can.
You son of a bitch, dude.
Bottle that shit up and start selling it like it's going out of style. Cause
I know. I'm gonna have to be a capper after this.
Well, I can't dictate whether or not you're ever gonna quit gambling, but I will say, buddy, I'll at least hope that you win more than you lose.
Yeah, Cole fucking texted me like the other day. He's like, "You need to fucking quit, bro. Like, you
dude, you should quit. You should quit. But he's being real.
And I'm like, why would I quit when I'm winning?
Because you're eventually gonna be losing.
Yeah. Take the money when you can, not when you have to.
Take the money when you can, Jace. Like,
we'll see. Rubbing tubs to the moon.
All right. Anyways, yeah, just don't fucking gamble away rubbing tubs like ownership.
Yeah, I'll gamble away my equity.
He's like, oh yeah, dude, I'm putting all like this 20% equity right here and like fucking on black, and if it doesn't hit, you can have it like straight at the dealer. Just looks at the dealer. Gives it to fucking Cole Star.
Yeah, parlay Chewy in rubbing tubs.
That's so funny, dude. Shout out to Chorizo, bro. Shout out to Cole, if you're listening to this, bro, don't let your dog near this guy. He's gonna gamble your dog away.
Dog, bro. That's
so
a gift for making this episode.
He's gonna send his dog to like a puppy like whorehouse and is like
yeah,
he's like yeah, it's like, dude, this dog is now having to hoe out because I lost my parlay, and it's just
dude, I'm already waiting. I'm already waiting for Cole to listen to this and just send me a text like, "Oh my god, I am never letting my dog around Chase."
He's gonna say, "You guys really said that?" Like what I talked about is fucking Copenhagen, or talk about having to auction his dog as my equity in a bet.
I'll double check that. Like, I mean, just to be sure, I'm sure he's fine with it. But it's all just jokes and love all here at the at Rub and Tubs Company. So. Yeah, I guess I can wrap us up with a tub. Last night I went out. I had a great time. Butch Cornbread was on his best behavior. You know,
I'm surprised. Yeah.
no degeneracy. I was just out there thriving, living in the moment, smiling, having a time with friends. Ended up getting like one of those drunk pizzas like 1 a.m. and
That's
then
right.
just cashed out on the couch. So I feel like I haven't had too many nights like that recently, just because like with work and like being super busy and stuff. But it's nice to just lay it low, or have a good time with friends and then lay low on a Saturday. So I think later today I might just, I don't know, man, maybe we'll just go to the gym and then call it like a night in. But
There's
I
plenty
don't
of
know,
shit on.
there's TCU baseball to watch too. So if they somehow get that on the television, then I'll probably just do that and
6
chill.
p.m. Central. Tune in, folks.
Hell
Go
yeah.
Frogs, baby.
Well,
Go Frogs.
there's our Tubs. If you're still rubbing and tubbing along with us, we appreciate you. Just like where you're saying, Emilio, Rhonda, all you loyal listeners, thank you guys. We'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Have a blessed week and
Adios.
go Frogs. Go Frogs.
Go Frogs.